Hi guys, happy Monday. So, what's new? Anything at all with anybody? Nothing? No? Alright, so I've been reading a lot. Oh god, what have I been reading? I'm like asking you guys, like you guys know what I'm reading at the current moment. Traditional Witchcraft, A Cornish Book of Ways by Gemma Gary, and it is incredibly amazing. It is so powerful. I mean, when you read it, the information you get is so incredibly amazing, and it's just re-empowering. It's like re-empowerment. So the spring re-empowers and awakens, refreshes. So traditional witches. So I'm going to give you guys a little excerpts from the book. Incredible, and this is the Witch's Compass. It's completely different. So this is very different. This book does not have anything to do with Wicca. It is not, it's, you guys could just have to read the book, because I won't say it, because I'm trying to be a little bit nicer with my tongue about Wiccans. Sorry. So this is, you guys just have to hear some of this. So the Witch's Compass, actually, so the direction in which the compass is worked, it actually differs according to your intent. So in the nature of the rite, or you're walking the round is always done first. So after the ritual conjuration and the calls of the compass have been made in a sinistral against the sun, which is anti-clockwise direction. So within your this walking meditation, literally going, clockwise or counterclockwise, the practitioner is seeking to achieve a number of things. So firstly, you're going to want to be turning away from the mundane and cares to enter into the deeper states of awareness. So between the worlds, or between the horns, between the buka. Okay, so required to make this communion and congress with the other world be possible. So walking the round, it's really also an act of conjuration. The witch, moving at one with the geomantic forces, draws upon the serpent and gathers in the virtues and powers. What is that word? Wow. Pertinent to the rite or working. So calls are also made during the round to the divine force. So as the repetitive instant circumambulations of the witch draws the mind deeper into trance, so yet fixed firmly on the goal, glimpses and perceptions of the Godhead may be achieved. So to end a rite, the round, which is the circle, your circle round, is sometimes walked in a dextral circle with the sun clockwise direction. So a return to the upper world of man, or the world of man. So dextral and sinistral circles are also employed with the compass during acts of magic. So gathering power has been gathered in by the round, but it will then be raised in acts of generative magic by walking and accelerating a dextral circle around the fire, before actually directing the power to where it is required in acts of banishing, binding, or blasting. A sinistral circle is employed again. Here, the gathered powers are used to restrict or even consume the focus of the working. So, it is the intent and fixed will of the peller. So, the peller is a cunning person, a witch. So, that determines the use and the intended result of the working. This is so, the working direction. So, in traditional witchcraft rites, there is often much hard work to be done, and the round can be quite a strain sometimes, to the point that the practitioner will collapse in trance. I've done that before. It's kind of scary, but it's really cool. So a moment they will always make the fullest use of. Yes, you can. It's amazing. So, but it is old wisdom that like attracts like, so energy must be used in order to raise it and work with it. So the fire in the circle's center consumes much energy in the form of wood and oxygen, but it draws the serpent and produces heat and light. Likewise, a circle of steadily circling witches uses oxygen in the blood and strain the muscles and the lungs. But it will also gather and stir and raise the powers within the circle, as well as producing vision. So to raise energy, one must partake of it, just as an engine or a mill uses energy to create energy and produce that which is desired. So the elderly and the infirm peller within groups will be excluded. to the walking of the round, because yes, we don't want anything bad to happen to our elders. So, and we'll often be given the task of the drumming, so drumming is a big part of it, so which not only aids the round, but will produce similar results, being a repetitive trance-inducing, where'd I go? Trance-inducing, and power-raising act in itself. So, yes, that's amazing. I love it. So always in magic, with the aid of fire, the moon, and the serpent, a sinister circle can be used to consume and restrict, whilst a dextral circle will generate, create, and bring forth potency. So it must be remembered that all witches' circles are one circle. The rite of the compass round is not the creation of a circle, but a conjuration of the ancient circle of cunning. The true conjuration of the compass is an invocation of the path itself, of this path. So, the land, the serpent, the red serpent in the land. So our ancestors, the ones that came before everything. Where'd I go? So, yes, when the witch stands within the compass proper, we stand with all of those who have walked its round from the very beginning of the tradition. So their ways and wisdoms are there to be revealed by vision and voice in the fire, and the swirling herb smoke, or on the wind through the trees. So that was just a little snippet of just what I wanted to tell you guys about that compass round, because it's pretty interesting. Now, back in the old days, when we really did not have, in traditional witchcraft, the hearth, the home, this is where people would come to see their clients. Everybody would come, so Christians, all of them would come, but they would always, it would always be an exception to go see the peller, which is a cunning man or woman, or a witch. So for healing, and and everybody, the peller or the witch, the cunning person of the village, they would actually observe everybody. So observing is a big thing in traditional witchcraft. So we would observe people way back then, and it would just be observing their personality types, different ways of being, so that they could see when they came to them. Okay, well, you're a Christian. Well, I'm going to give you a written charm on paper, parchment paper, for you to carry around your neck, and it's going to have a psalm on it. So it does go with their faith, and it's not really. It did go against their faith, but they made it work somehow. So it's pretty interesting. But anyways, the home is where people would come to, the homestead. This is where all they would. The witch, the peller, the cunning person, the wise one, the woman of the woods or whatever, they would come to the home and the hearth. That would be the central meeting focus place, is the hearth with the fireplace. So literally, that is where it all comes from, right there, the hearth. And a lot of us don't have hearths anymore, so very traditional to have your herbs hanging above the hearth, all kinds of stuff, human skulls, literally. So it's very, very, very interesting in traditional witchcraft. So we do have the Hearth Rite, and this is very quick. It's something that we can do pretty much like when we get up or before we go to bed. So do what you want to do with this one. Alright, so the charmer will first still your mind and focus their will to undergo the becoming with slow and purposeful breath. So to become more aware of the things and connected with the hidden. So if it is sensed that the working area needs to be exercised of impending influences, the bell may be struck 9 times. So, or with the presence of a fire once lit, the whisk, a witch's whisk. It's usually horsehair I have one on the end of my wand, so you can use it to whisk negativity away, whisk it away, or you can use it to brush or bring things into your circle, all that. So yes, so the presence of a fire once lit, already lit, the whisk may be employed in the traditional way. So that would be either that would be going around and sweeping out any kind of negativity, whatever you want to. Yeah. All right, now a candle, lantern, or fire of focus will be lit with these words quietly muttered in conjuration. This, when I read this last night, sober, 100% sober, always, yeah, until 10:30. But yes, this just, I don't know what this did, but it hit the heart. It made me realize, okay, this is, yes, my path. I am fully connected to my path, and I love it, and I'm grateful. So I just love this. So I light this flame in Buka's name. Serpent, arise, old ones draw near. By my will, my ways, may you appear. It is so simple, but it is so, it just, you can feel the power in it. You can feel how it's been used. You can, when I can envision, like the ancient witches, you know, from way back when. And I can just, it just brings up images of everything, just very, very serpentine energy. Sorry. So yes, it does make you kind of a little trancy. Now, the charmer may strike their staff to the ground lightly, very lightly, and rhythmically whilst muttering these words to conjure the circle and the spirits. So you haven't raised the energy yet. You're just conjuring it into your circle, your compass round. Now, okay, this is beautiful too. This really is. So, Gemma, is it? Gemma Gary, you are amazing. Your book is so simple, but so profound. So here we go. I conjure thee, compass round, be ye cast and be ye bound, by road above and road below, by snake and hare, and toad and crow, by red spirits, white spirits, grey spirits, and black. I conjure thee by threefold track. Be ye cast and be ye bound, hallowed be, O compass round. And we're not talking about the threefold law of Wicca. That, if you guys read the book Traditional Witchcraft, A Cornish Book of Ways, it is very, not anti-Wicca, but it's not Wicca, that's for sure. So that's what you got to keep in mind. So now, in addition or alternatively, the peller, which is you, the witch, the wise man, the wise woman, the cunning one, may take traditional use of either drum or the wind roarer to call the spirits, gather in the virtues, raise the powers, and strengthen the trance. So the peller is now ready to undertake the rite or working at hand. So those little, they look like whistles almost, and they're on strings, and you pretty much a morning star, a medieval morning star, like you've seen on Sabrina, the very last episode. Well, let's see, the 7th episode where the 8th episode where she's whirling around in a circle that was, actually their circle was hollowed, compass, counterclockwise. They all went counterclockwise. So that was very traditional of them to do. Thank you guys for incorporating traditional witchcraft into your show. And then when she's taking the morning star, she's going like this in a clockwise motion. So that is what she's doing. She's gathering that energy up and directing it out. And you can see that. It's a perfect illustration of just how that works. So if you can get that, kind of visualize that while you're doing that, that's perfect. I mean, that's some freaking power there. But I mean, it's amazing. It really is amazing. So you can go on from this. This is very simple, but it's always done this way. Always. But there's still room for creativity. Always room for creativity. But it's still always done this way no matter what. But I just thought that was the most profound thing, and I had to share that with you guys. So I mean, everything is just making much more sense. A lot more sense. Especially, you know, with the red serpent coming back, because since it's the new moon, we're getting into the full of the moon. It's gonna, you know, start to get bigger and bigger, and then we don't have to worry about the black serpent of the dark moon. So my chair keeps squeaking. And then we have the red serpent, which is, you know, all of the, you know, land energy, all of that good stuff. But yes, definitely, you guys must get that book. You must get that book. It is so good. So yes, I just had to share all that with you guys. It's amazing. It's very, very powerful. It works. It's just amazing. But yeah, Traditional Witchcraft, A Cornish Book of Ways by Gemma Gary. Absolutely amazing. It will give you everything that you need to know to start. Everything. And it's pretty very, I mean, it's just beyond, I mean, it's just incredible. So I feel more connected to my path, my spirituality, more than I ever have before. And it's just this feeling of being connected to everything. And it's wonderful, so it really is. But, alright guys, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, so you guys are going to get rid of me here in about 2 seconds. But I love you guys very much. I hope you guys are staying safe, you know, keeping your distance and just staying in, you know, if you, all that good stuff. I don't have to preach it because you guys hear it on the news constantly. But I love you all very much. With all my heart, all the way from Venus, all the way back down. And I will see you all tomorrow, definitely tomorrow, and we'll go over some more of this. So if you guys are interested in this, just tell me. And yeah, it's just incredible. I'm just, I don't know, it's incredible. So, but alright guys, I love you all very much, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.